Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the podcast where only in the WWE would Nia Jax's hole go viral. It's lost to the Midcard.
You son of a bitch.
I totally told Matt I didn't have it.
Oh, God.
And I totally told Mark Cho not to tell you that I put it on there either. I put it on during Dynamite while I was setting up, and I debate
Dynamite, huh?
Or Dynamite during Impact.
Well, there was Dynamite stars on Impact.
It felt like Dynamite. We had a Dynamite segment. We had Tony Khan. We had Private Party.
I loved Tony Khan talking about the Forbidden Door.
Oh yeah, and that it swings both ways.
He is the Forbidden Door,
and he's open. He just had to open himself. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
This is probably a short show, so it's going to go off the rails. We'll probably hear a lot of this tonight. I almost just did the my hole part. Then I'm like, wait, that scream was so great. I had to keep the scream in. Oh man!
And someone might as well have the sound effects since WWE edited it out of their YouTube video.
Yeah, luckily I found it on YouTube, and while I was watching Impact, and oof, yeah, I told Matt before we hit record that I didn't have it on the soundboard.
we were messing with the soundboard, and I was just like, I'm shocked you don't have the my whole sound effect ready for this.
I was like, yeah, maybe next week.
And he fucking did. Son of a bitch.
I like, yeah, maybe next week. If you're watching this on YouTube, there's a special in memoriam for Nia Jax's hole that I'm going to put at the beginning of the video too. Oh boy.
Cho's dead.
Not
for not telling me.
Yeah, I swore Mark Cho to secrecy when I showed him the picture of the soundboard, and I used the still photo from a Google. Shit, I did a Google image search of Nia Jax, and like literally the first photo to come up was that photo of
as terrible as she is in the ring, she might have literally just saved her career last night with this ridiculous shit. Because this is the kind of stuff that the WWE universe is going to attach themselves to.
It was a slow news week for wrestling.
Really slow. You ain't lying, brother. That's my job, and I'm telling you, it's slow.
We got Beach Break to talk about.
Beach Break was incredible.
Yes, it was. Beach Break, Impact, and
Impact was good this week. I felt like Impact got back on track going in. I thought their No Surrender Go Home show was really good tonight.
Yep, and we'll talk No Surrender at the end of the show with our predictions. Or well, might as well just put it at the end of Impact. It's only five matches on the card. It's not a major pay-per-view. We'll pop that in there. We'll pop in our predictions here after we talk Impact and literally start talking about Impact in literally 1 minute. A little bit of headlines, not many headlines. As I was talking to Matt, usually I have to scroll through a few full pages of PW Insider to get to where we were last week, but literally about a whole half a page. So it's really been a slow week. So maybe we'll dig up the old wrestling dirt sheets, Ringside News, and see how wrongly they screw up a Sean Ross Sapp article. And
oh god, they're the worst, dude.
Yeah, they are the worst. But it's always fun to look at the dirt sheets. But we did that a couple of segments back in the day. But
look, if you're gonna aggregate news from another website, get what they said correct. It's not that fucking hard, and you make yourself look like a fucking bumbling moron if you can't take a simple article that someone else reports and actually aggregate it correctly and give that website credit for taking it. It's really not that hard. And the people that like to take people's words and twist them or lie and say that a website reported something that they never did, you're the reason why, wrestling reporters get a bad name, and you all shouldn't be in this profession.
Well, that's exactly what Ringside News did, is they twisted it to get hits.
What they do all the time.
Yeah, they twisted it to get hits. They didn't get it wrong accidentally. They twisted it on purpose to get hits. And
I've seen them literally post up fake things that say Fightful selected, and then other sites pick them up, and I'm like, I subscribe to Fightful Select. This was never said at any point. It never happened.
Yeah.
And I find that extremely disappointing that that's what this industry, has come to with people like those scuzzbags over there.
Yeah, I got into it with him a while back and ended up getting Mike Johnson mad at me. But thankfully he's not mad.
I blocked Ringside News ages ago. And
thankfully he's not mad at me anymore, but
Mike gets heated sometimes.
He does.
It comes with the territory.
He does. So we got all that to talk about, along with our no surrender predictions. Only 5 matches on the card. I don't know if they'll go any more. I mean, it's a 3-hour show, so they might go more. We'll find out. But first, thank you to SpiderDuck.net for being our host, enabling us to be on iTunes, Spotify, any of your favorite podcasting apps. All you got to do is search for Lost in the Midcard. Hit that subscribe button. That way you know every time a new episode comes your way, typically every Wednesday. But subscribe, and we'll let you know if we come at you at a special day in time during the week. You can also subscribe to us on the YouTube, and the links to that are on our Facebook page, facebook.com/Lost in the Midcard, as well as the Twitter at LITMC Podcast, where we also share a lot of the great tweets from the wrestling world. I'm your host, Jeremy Bennett. You can find me on the Twitter at JB Huskers. As always, my co-host, he is on the Twitter at Raw F Showtime. Mr. Matt Black. Matt, how you doing?
Well, I was going to tell you that I was doing better than Nia Jax's hole, but I feel like that's already been beaten to death with a dead horse already. So
you trying to say
all right, JB? How are you?
So you trying to say Nia Jax's hole has been beaten to death?
Oh boy!
I think that's what.
That's not what I
think that's what you
said.
Exactly.
Thank you, Gorilla.
I think that's what you said. Yeah. Geez, I was watching The Body from last week before Impact. All of a sudden I looked at the clock. It's like 7:04. Shit. So I hurry up and turn Impact on, and I'm like, holy shit, there's a lot of people in the ring. The entire X division, minus the 2 guys fighting for the belt on Saturday, were in the ring for a 8-man tag, I think it was. Yeah. 4 guys on each side. Trey Miguel, Josh Alexander, Willie Mack, Suicide, aka Caleb with a K. I am pretty sure that's Caleb with a K as Suicide. Chris Bay, Ace Austin, Blake Christian, and Daivari. Fun little match with those guys, as you can expect with who was involved. Good guys get the win. Trey Miguel gets the pin. Fully expect Trey Miguel to get a push now that he has re-signed with Impact Wrestling. Then Sami Callihan hacks in and says, so when you going to quit on us again, Trey? As they use kind of a real life situation where Trey had to step away, and kind of Sami using it against him, saying he quit on the company. I kind of like how they kind of put that into a storyline, to be honest. And to me, it works. I think so. And
if they're going to do something with them, and he's going to get a good signals push, how to utilize them a little bit of reality, I don't see a problem with that. As long as Impact didn't bring him back to bury him, which I think would be a really shitty thing to do.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's what they did. So yeah, I think this is going to lead to a push for him. So I think it's a good thing.
Fully expect him to win the feud against a former world champion, which is not a bad thing at all. Some 50th birthday wishes to Tommy Dreamer, who turns 50 this Saturday, from some of the roster. including some that you don't see every week that are legends within the Impact world, like Gail Kim and Petey Williams. Got ODB taking on Kimberly. And, man, pretty amazing how ODB did not have a wardrobe malfunction in that match. Holy cow, are those puppies flying. My God, those puppies are flying. ODB, man, she does not wrestle all the time anymore, but does not look like she has lost a step in that ring at all. Still looks good. I thought her and Kimberly had a real good match. It was a good addition of Impact, but it did get a little overbooked at times throughout the whole night. There were a lot of interferences and such.
Well, I think a lot of that was to set up Saturday.
Yeah,
and to me is if you're doing something for the purpose to set up your bigger show that's just a couple days away, I don't have a problem with it nearly as much as I do. I don't know, 90% of every single Raw main event in the third hour having a non-finish, and they wonder, and they wonder why people don't tune in for the third hour of their program. Give us some finishes that fucking matter. Or if you're gonna give us a finish like that, do it once in a while and do it to set up your big pay-per-view that upcoming weekend.
Yeah, it seemed like it happened on almost every match though. It happened with ODB's match, happened with Nevaeh and Kira, happened with the tag title match. Hey, at least, but that turns that into a triple threat, which I don't hate.
Yeah, I saw that coming a mile away.
Oh yeah. Swingers Casino, Falabaz out of money. And
dude, I'm so sick of the Wada Cash gimmick. I'm so sick of it, dude. I've had enough.
So Falaba got escorted out of the Swingers Palace. For some reason, even though Kimberly defeated ODB, Deanna and Susan, again, let's go back to Susan throwing her shoes at Jazz. That was hilarious, by the way. I popped for that. That was pretty funny. I guess we skipped the ending I was getting too excited about the swingman, Daddy. ODB dove off the top rope onto Kimberly or onto Deanna Purrazzo and Susan. And when she got back into the ring, Kimberly was playing possum as acting like she was knocked out, but she was not. Rolled up. ODB got the win. So there you go. But for some reason, Deanna and Kimber were mad, and Susan says, "Well, I'm going to go demand a 6-woman tag," which we all saw coming for No Surrender. We knew that was going to happen eventually. Cousin Jake, given his answer of joining Violent by Design, and he said he's going to be known by something, Jake something, which is his Twitter handle, by the way, and clocks Cody and then takes a beating. And Eric Young was going to break his neck through a chair, but Jake said, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm going to finish him for good at No Surrender. So we got Cody versus Jake, which is actually not on the old Wikipedia yet. They updated the tag match, but they didn't add the Diener match, guys. Come on. Get with it. We got a paid ad from Tony Khan saying the Forbidden Door was open because of the Go to Sleep Club. We'll talk about that here in a minute. With Kenta coming over from New Japan, that Forbidden Door is opened. And who knew all along that door was Tony Khan? And all he had to do was open himself.
My God.
And then he talked about how that door swings both ways, and eventually they could come over. He'll come over to New Japan. So there you go. Good Brothers cutting a promo. They had their clothes on this time. If you watch BTE lately,
they're freaking out of their minds on BTE right now. They're absolutely positively out of their damn minds.
I'm fucking laughing. Eventually they're going to be screaming. Kiera Hogan took on Nevaeh. Tasha Steelz tried to get a cheap shot in, but old referee saw it. Called for the DQ. So for some reason, Tasha and Kiera are complaining because obviously it's the referee that they always think is against them. Because, well, they screwed him on the old whatever festival they called it. So Demore said, well, you lost to Nevaeh and you lost to Havoc, so you're going to have a tag title match at No Surrender. There you go. And it's no DQ. So you won't have to worry about the rules anyways. Triple XL, Tennille, Caleb with a K in the ring. Larry talking about how they have a match with Decay this weekend. Caleb says he wants to challenge any member of Decay. Rosemary and Steve come out and say they have found someone to play with them and introduce Black. Well, we would think it's called Taurus, but they kept calling it Tarus, who is a luchador from Mexico. And he basically killed Caleb with a K. You killed Caleb, you bastard. Hernandez. What was that? Yeah. I was setting up the show then, so I didn't really catch much of that. Plus, it lasted like a minute anyways. Hernandez, I guess getting paid by Brian Myers to what's Myers trying to do? Take out Cardona? I kind of missed that part. Was that what he was trying to pay off Hernandez to do?
No, I think they're teaming up to take on Cardona and
so
Edwards.
Hernandez
I think they're doing that at No Surrender.
So Hernandez wanted payment for to team with him. Yeah, there are a lot of matches that are not on this card. There's 7 matches on the card then. Because they don't have the women's tag match here on here either. I need a good no surrender list here. Jeez. Maybe Impact Wrestling will have it. Maybe. If their website's updated, hopefully. We'll have to find out. Good Brothers took on Sabin and Storm. Good little match there for the final match of the night. Private Party shows up. Of course, Private Party had been talking about how mad they were at Sabin and Storm for jumping the line, so to speak, and getting their first shot at the Good Brothers. So they caused the DQ. And they're all gloating about what they did. Scott D'Amore shows up and says, well, you're all happy. Well, no, now it's a triple threat. Are you happy now?
I don't know. Are you happy now?
And then to close up shop, we had a contract signing between Rich Swann and Tommy Dreamer, talking about how much they respect each other. And Moose comes out to talk some shit. And but Moose does not get involved because D'Amore said he would Ken Shamrock his ass if he got involved tonight. And so Moose was the smart man and stepped off as Dreamer and Swan hugged in the night. Pretty good impact to go home for Saturday, huh, Matt?
Yeah. Like I said, I'm looking forward to Saturday.
Saturday, I believe we got 7 matches on the card, if I can count. And Impact Wrestling is on the ball. Normally Wikipedia is on the ball, but they aren't right now. So we'll go to impactwrestling.com. Decay against Triple XL and Tennille Dashwood, 6-person intergender tag match. Matt, who do you think comes out on top of that one?
Probably Dashwood and company.
Yeah, that's my guess too. Especially since they got the old bull come out and killed Caleb. I think they'll find a way to win on Saturday. 6 women tag for the Knockouts division. Deonna Purrazzo, Kimberly, and Susan taking on Jordan Grace, Jazz, no DB. I think the good girls get the win here, Matt. Maybe Jordan, Penn, and Deonna set up another championship match.
I'd like that personally. Yeah. I mean, I every time Jordan and Deonna are in the ring together, I just think it's just incredible matches. So yeah, I personally would love to see that again. Set it up.
I am gonna put the Garandam T on this. Jake against Cody. Garandam Tia by Jake's side is gonna be Rhino and Heath.
I'm hoping Heath's back. I didn't think he'd be out this long.
Yeah. Well, who knows how much they tape though.
From my understanding, no surrenders being taped this weekend.
Yeah, but I mean, how much should
they have? From my understanding, everything that they had in the can has already been seen with tonight's episode.
Yeah,
and that this weekend, will be no surrender as well as another set of television taping.
Yeah.
So it seems like they're recording in shorter bursts right now than they were last year, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
Especially with the cross promotions between the companies right now.
I think with AEW. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's something that if they can, that's something they should do. Like record monthly if you can.
I think
once a month to do your shit.
I think the surprise of Heath makes Jake beat Cody here.
I'm here for it, man. I want Heath back.
It's so funny.
I feel like he's going to be doing really great stuff for that company once he's back and healthy. And it just really sucks that this is how his time in Impact had to start. It's just really, it sucks.
Because the graphic, it's funny. It's got Violent by Design on the left side and on the right side. It's got Jake, but it's got Jake off to the far left. Like there's blank space on the right. Like he's going to have some backup. And I think it's going to be Heath and Rhino.
Hope you're right, buddy.
Texas Tornado death match. No. Texas Tornado no DQ match. Fire and Flava taking on Havoc and Nevaeh. What do you got here, Matt?
I don't think they changed the titles this quick.
No.
I really don't. I would be shocked.
As much as I'd love to see my girl Nevaeh pull it off here, I agree with you. I think Fire and Flava, who have been on a roll, very deserving of the belts. Unless they play a lot of hot potato between these two teams for a while, which may not be a bad thing if you're just having a long time a feud with these guys. But I agree. I don't think it's going to happen. I think Fire and Flava get the win here. I had to Google this because I didn't know what the fuck this was. But a triple... where the fuck did it go now? Triple threat revolver match involving the 8 guys you saw in the opening match on Impact tonight. Triple threat revolver. 3 guys start in the ring in a triple threat style. Once one guy gets eliminated, the next guy comes in. So it's like a gauntlet style match, but triple threat. So pretty cool format. I like it. Davari, Suicide, Willie Mack, Ace Austin, Trey Miguel, Chris Bay, Josh Alexander, Brett Christian. If WWE was booking this, I would say Trey Miguel was priced out of it based on the results of tonight. But I'm going Trey Miguel because WWE is not booking this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because he won tonight, and you have Sami Callihan in his ear. WWE 101 suggests he would not be winning this match, but this ain't WWE, so I'm going Trey Miguel.
Yep. Yeah. It should be anyway.
Yeah. Hernandez and Brian Myers against Eddie Edwards and Matt Cardona. Man, I cannot wait for Myers and Cardona to get in the ring. He's going to be avoiding them all match, but then there's going to be that moment. So it's going to be a fun part here. I got good guys here, Matt.
Yeah, you can't have the Cardona. You can't be having Cardona lose already. He's got to go over.
That eye patch on Myers, though, man, classic heel. Love it. What do you got here? TJP against Rohit Raju with Shera for the X Division title, Matt.
I don't see a title change here.
Even with the addition of Shera, it makes it obvious if it was WWE. Again, it's not WWE. I agree with you, Matt. I just feel
like the reign's way too short.
Yeah, and I think TJP does like an escape job, gets the win and gets the fuck out. So before he can scream, I'm gonna think of every way to use that one tonight, ain't I?
But
triple threat tag title match: Sabin and Storm, Good Brothers Private Party. The fan in me really wants Private Party to win this, Matt.
I'd like them to win it too, and now they could pin Sabin or Storm and protect the Good Brothers.
Because that just starts an avalanche of oh shit between the two brands.
Yeah, and I want Private Party to win. I don't know if it's going to happen. The only team I don't see coming out of this is Storm and Sabin, and I honestly think they're in there to eat the pin.
Yeah.
Regardless of who wins. So it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting.
With Matt Hardy in there, I'm gonna go Private Party. Fuck it. Matt Hardy in there, triple threat. Good Brothers don't have to get pinned. Matt Hardy fucks it up for the Good Brothers. I'm gonna say, imagine the headlines, man. AEW tag team gets the Impact titles.
Such good shit.
Internet's gonna break, pal. Man, are you gonna go with it, or are you gonna go stick with the Good Brothers?
Since you went Private Party, I'm gonna go with the Good Brothers just for the hell of it. Like I said, the only team I don't see coming out of this on Saturday is Sabin and Storm.
Now, let me tell you this though: if Shelley is out for a very long time, I want them to put the titles on Sabin and Storm eventually because they have worked really well together. I would like to see a run with them somewhere down the line. Just because I like how well they've worked together. From I can't remember what Impact Plus show they were on that Storm filled in for Shelley back last fall. I think it was maybe summer. It might have even been back in the summer. Is when they first teamed together, and they've been really good on camera together and in the ring together too. And obviously they both come from legendary Impact teams. So I feel like they should have at least one run with the titles somewhere down the line, just not this weekend. And your main event, Rich Swann and Tommy Dreamer. It's going to be a hell of a match. We all know Swan's retaining, but it's going to be a hell of a match. A lot of fun.
Yeah, I can't see. I can't see any way
unless Moose fucks over Swann.
But Moose gave his word tonight, essentially, that he wasn't going to get involved.
Yeah, that's right, because then D'Amore would fire him, basically.
Yeah.
Suspend him.
So, yeah, and he said he'd suspend him forever if he got involved on Saturday. So, I can't see Swann dropping the title to Dreamer. I just can't.
So unless D'Amore is knocked out and if something weird happens.
No, because then you can still go. D'Amore can still go back and say he saw the tape,
or he hires somebody
involved.
Moose hires somebody. I don't know. It's something weird could happen, but no.
I don't know. I don't think so either. Yeah, I really don't. I really don't see it. I don't see that happening.
Yeah, let's transition to that pay-per-view to Gallows and Anderson standing naked in a nude beach.
Oh boy.
I think last week's open was even better when Gallows was trying to fuck a young buck. These are so fucking funny though, aren't they?
They're out of their damn minds. It is the best way I could put it. They're out of their damn minds.
The most edited match in history. Can't do that, guys. Can't smoke a joint and pass it and put it out on somebody. So we talking BTE. They're doing some photo shooting or shooting some photography for the AEW game, and poor Nick does not
see it.
Poor Nick does not understand the cameraman's instructions and is not too happy about doing these photos. Yeah, I'd love to see it too. God, I don't know how long it's going to be. I mean, we're going to probably see the mobile game. We don't even know the mobile game is yet.
I'm here in the mobile game. They're looking for somewhere between March and April to get that out, but it might end up being delayed. But I mean, I hear that was their original target. They were looking to March and April to get that out. So we'll see. All I know is when I get to play the new AEW game, I'll get to play it on the current generation consoles, and I'm very happy about that.
Yes, welcome to the PS5 land, sir.
Yes. Thanks, Dave.
PS5, it's great.
Best late Christmas present ever. I've been playing God of War all week.
I've been playing Hitman 3 lately. I finished Cyberpunk. I've been trying to get the platinum on Cyberpunk, but then Hitman came out, and that's been about all I've been playing outside of the occasional shooter with buddies. But
my ultimate launch edition of Spider-Man Miles Morales should be here either tomorrow or Thursday.
I have that game too. I
bought a sealed copy off of eBay so I can get the code that comes with the Spider-Man remaster because I never got to play it because I didn't have a PS4.
Oh,
so I
had Spider-Man, but I never played it or finished it. I can't remember, but yeah. So I got the remaster as well, so I could have both games. And I started Spider-Man, and then I got Watch Dogs Legion, and I got hooked on that. And then Cyberpunk came out, and then I put like 70 hours into Cyberpunk, and so then I've already got a PS5 backlog. Geez, because I got Godfall. I got Godfall for dirt cheap, because I had reward points from Best Buy, and then I got Immortals Phoenix Rising for Christmas and I got Demons, or I got that for Christmas. I got Demon Souls for Christmas as well. So I basically got all the.
I want to finish God of War first before I start on Spider-Man, because if I don't, I'll do exactly what you did.
Yeah.
I'd have had this issue as a gamer all my life.
Oh yeah,
I'll get a new game and I'll hop on the other one. Like, oh, I'll go back and finish this later, and I never go back and finish.
I've got a million. I got a million of these on PS3 and PS4 that I need to go back to eventually. That I'll never.
Yeah, but we never will. We always say we're going to go back to them, but we never will actually go back to them. So yeah. I'm hoping to. I don't know how long God of War is, so I don't really know how far I am in the game. Did you play God of War?
I played the early ones on PS3.
Okay, but you didn't play the one on PS4.
I have it, but I haven't played it yet. No.
Okay, yeah. See, well, my Dave was like, well, they just remastered it for PS5, and you can get it on PS Plus. You should download it.
Yeah.
So I've been playing it.
Yeah, that's right. You see, because you got the PS Plus collection.
Yeah, I got that. I downloaded that. I downloaded The Last of Us Remastered, and I downloaded Uncharted 4.
This isn't PS5, but this is PS4, but played Days Gone. That's a fun one too.
Is that on the PS Plus thing too? I feel like I remember that name.
Yeah. Yep, it's on the PS Plus.
I added them all to my library. I added all the games that were on there to my library, but I only downloaded 3.
Yeah, well, and plus you can get eventually you can buy an external hard drive, or if you have an external hard drive, you can use the external hard drive for PS4 games. Can't use it for PS5 games. That has to use the solid state drive. but you can have because it's such a small hard drive, but you can use so you could buy or if you have one laying around, a USB 3.0, just a external hard drive. You can use that on the PS5. You can even do a setting that automatically downloads any PS4 games to that hard drive. That way it keeps it off of your solid state drive. So it's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So I have a 4 terabyte external right now, even though I could literally unplug my 8 terabyte that's in my PS4 and plug it in. I could actually unplug it and plug it right into the PS5, which is fucking cool as hell. But I kept thinking, well, I'll go back and turn on my PS4 and go back and play some of those games. No, I haven't even turned on my PS4 in forever. So I think eventually I'm going to take that 8 terabyte hard drive and format it and then re-download the games or something like that and go from there. And then eventually once because there is an expandable slot for solid state, even though a terabyte is expensive as fuck. It's a terabyte is $150, I think. So, but once they eventually have upgraded the firmware to allow expansion for solid state, I'll get that too. So, some cool shit. I like the PS5. Just wish the fucking bots weren't the fucking assholes that are getting the bots or we're snatching them up.
Yeah, I can't honestly, it's surprising to me that that's still an issue.
Yeah. Can't believe major retailers can't figure that out. Some have by just allowing random lotteries and shit, but
the problem is I feel like they don't care.
No.
And that's the problem.
That's probably a big part of it too.
Because they're like, well, we're still making our money.
Yeah.
So we don't really give a fuck who buys it. And yeah, I think that's shitty.
Dark Order making their Valentines. Private Party walk in on Matt Hardy talking to Hangman Page. They think he's cheating. They're cheating on him. And of course, Matt playing it off.
Matt Hardy's a piece of shit.
He is a piece of shit. Another segment with the Good Brothers.
I do not like how much AEW's making me hate Matt Hardy.
They're doing their job then, or he's doing his job.
But it doesn't mean I have to like it.
Oh, another segment with the Good Brothers and the all LG wants to do is smoke a joint and jerk off. And the funny thing was Carl tried to say a line and he forgot his line because LG popped him so hard. And oh, these guys need to be on BTE every week, please. Last week was great. The Festus.
With a PH.
With a PH. Can't have Vince go after you. Oh, LG had a good Vince imitation there. I like that big cock. Shut up. Oh, boy. Good brothers on BTE. So the Dark Order exchanging their Valentines, they all went to Wardlow. Except for Five. Fives went to Hangman. Except for
Hangman never got it.
That fucking asshole Matt Hardy.
Exactly. Fuck that guy.
What a dick. Now, I guarantee you next week Five's going to find that ripped up Valentine and like cry or something. And it's not going to be good. I loved Wardlow's reaction to all the Valentines, man. Especially 10 with the cocaine in it.
That was just... Man.
Wardlow's pretty good, man. Wardlow, again, we've said this all along. Wardlow's going to be a fucking star.
Oh, yeah, there's no doubt. There's no doubt.
Poor Five. Five just gets the shaft everywhere. Five's day will come soon.
Are you sure, though?
No. Because his finger smells like a butthole. Poor Chris Statlander sang her heart out to Orange Cassidy, but he was passed out.
He's fucking sleeping.
Fucking. Poor guy.
Son of a bitch. That son of a bitch, Orange Cassidy.
Poor Chris. Even though she's with Caleb with a K. No kayfabe. Anna. Anna's in love with Stu.
Fuck off.
We knew it because Ty called her out last week on the best bump so far ever. Last week, over the railing, that was the best Stu bump ever. And so Anna's Valentine was to Stu. Aw, and said fuck off. I was expecting a bump right there. I was expecting Stu to go over the table when he opened up the Valentine. That was I think that was a missed opportunity, Matt.
Yeah, what can you do?
The Sammy Guevara vlog championship, because that's what it's called now, right?
For now, until somebody wins it back.
It's
in a fatal 4-way next week. I don't think Sammy's going to hold that very long.
No. They had some trivia between two teams, the Sammy's vlog team and the BTE team, which is basically Dark Order guys. And then they pissed off production who was trying to film shit because they were getting too loud. They pissed off Tony Schiavone. That was funny. Tony walking in. That was some funny shit right there. So what is it? Is it it's Cutler and 10 and God, who's the other guy? It's not Griff Garrison, is it?
Was it Fuego?
I'm still popping at Tony Schiavone coming in.
Was it Fuego? I know it wasn't Marco.
Yeah, I think it's Fuego. Fuego 10 and Cutler.
All right, yeah.
And
the only way it stays on Sammy's side is if him or Fuego win.
It's a handstand.
But Fuego's just a Burger King bitch, so that's probably not going to happen.
I haven't watched the Sammy vlog in a while, and I watched this week's today.
Oh, did you watch it?
Yeah, I haven't watched it. I haven't watched one.
Oh man, you've missed like an 8-month storyline on this shit.
It's been a while, but yeah, I watched it tonight. I watched this week's.
I love Sammy's vlog. It's fantastic. To me, it's the perfect companion piece to be in the Elite. Because being the Elite's on Mondays and Sammy's vlogs on Tuesdays, I love them. They're great.
Solid tag team battle royal to start off Dynamite's beach break here last week. Some good showings from a couple of teams. Top Flight and the Acclaimed were in the final four there. Jungle Boy and Jericho. Sammy Guevara in there as well. Of course, Jericho eliminating Sammy, which pissed off Sammy even further. Calling out Jericho for always being the collateral damage as the impending face turn from Sammy Guevara inevitably is afoot. Good Brothers came out and distracted Private Party. They also distracted the Young Bucks, which got them eliminated as well. And I think as Matt and I both predicted, MJF and Jericho get the win. And as we predicted, if the Bucks would have won, they probably would have picked the Good Brothers because they said that on BTE.
Yeah.
Darby Allin and Sting cutting a promo. And got Britt Baker and Thunder Rosa. That was a damn good match, wasn't it?
Oh, it was fantastic.
Man.
Like, the strides that Britt Baker has taken in the ring over the course of a year, and when half of that she was out hurt, is amazing.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing.
Like when she was out hurt, she worked on the other side of things. And
honestly, if she doesn't win that tournament, I'm gonna be pissed.
Yeah, I think
I want Britt to get that fucking title.
Yeah, I think it's obvious that she's gonna win that tournament, but I kind of like how they are doing it, having a bracket in Japan and a bracket in the United States. I kind of like how they're doing that.
Yeah, because a lot of those girls can't get over here.
Yeah.
And I guess one is going to get over here because the winner of that side has to come over and fight in the finals. So yeah, I guess whichever one they'll have the easiest time getting over here.
And then Rio finally came over here.
Yeah, Rio's back in the States. So she gets to be on the American side, which is kind of funny because when I first saw it, I'm like, oh, this is a great way to get Rio, working again. But
yep.
But no, she made it back over here.
It didn't matter.
Yeah.
With some exposed steel turnbuckle, Baker was able to knock out Thunder Rosa and slap in the lockjaw. The ref saw that Thunder was knocked out and just called the match. 13 minutes into it, tremendous match there with Britt Baker getting the win. Matt Hardy and Hangman Adam Page take on Chaos Project. Matt Hardy, after the buckshot lariat, gets the tag, being a dick again, getting the tag and getting the pin. Matt's rebuttal was, well, I was going to do the twist of fate, but that buckshot lariat was so good, he was knocked out, so I just went for the pin. That was actually a good explanation. Bullshit, but a good explanation.
I was going to say it's a bullshit explanation. Total fucking bullshit, because he's done the exact same damn thing to Private Party.
Bullshit, but it was good bullshit.
Ugh, hated it. Fuck Matt Hardy.
Then we got the second. Fuck Matt Hardy.
Little slimy fucking heel.
I don't know why I played that, but I just felt like
I don't know why you played that either. That's a little disturbing.
It's been a while, so I had to play it.
I was just worried if you wanted Matt Hardy to get fucked in his hole.
Dummy,
yeah. The segment I was talking about where Guevara talking about how the rest of the group's collateral damage, whatnot. So that split's coming. Sammy and MJF is definitely coming somewhere down. Maybe I wouldn't be Revolution because that tag team title match is going to be Revolution. So maybe the go home Dynamite finally, or maybe Dynamite after is where we get it.
Yeah, I'm not sure, man.
What did you think of the wedding of Kip Sabian and Penelope Ford?
It was what it was. It wasn't great. It wasn't terrible. I liked that they made fun of some of the typical wedding tropes that you see in professional wrestling.
Miro with a line.
Yeah, but it was
talking about the last wedding he was involved in on wrestling television.
I mean, I guess the best thing I can say about it is that it actually happened.
I wonder why
they actually got married. I wonder
why Sabin cut off Penelope from her vows.
Because she was about to say that he had a big cock.
Oh.
That's why.
Couldn't resist.
You son of a bitch.
Father James Mitchell, the minister of ceremonies, all we need for him now is to officiate a wedding in WWE for the trifecta now.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen.
No.
At least nobody got shot at AEW.
Orange Cassidy was hiding in the cake, and Chuck smashes Miro. Handcuffed Miro's foot to the turnbuckle, and then smashed Kip with the ice bucket, and all hell broke loose. And the baby faces are happy. Lumberjack match: Eddie Kingston, Lance Archer. This was kind of a chaotic, I guess you could say.
Good way
to put it. Lance Archer getting the win there, so we'll probably get a rubber match somewhere down the line. FTR cutting a promo. letting us know they kidnapped Marco Stunt. Poor Marco. I don't want to know what they did to them. Don't want to know. Don't want to know what they did to Marco.
Terrible.
Don't want to know what they did to Marco.
You just implied it. And that's terrible.
Next week on Dynamite, Darby Allin, Joey Janela for the TNT Championship. Why is Joey Janela getting a title shot? I don't know.
I don't know.
Has he been winning on Dark a lot lately? Or
no, he hasn't been on Dark. I don't know what's going. I don't know. The only way they can logically explain this is that Cody was giving out title opportunities to people that had a 0-0 AEW record, and I think Joey Janela might legitimately have a 0-0 AEW record in 2021. So there you go. I don't know.
Two heel teams going at it. Jericho and MJF against the Acclaimed. Cody Rhodes and Lee Johnson will team up to face Pretty Peter and Cesar Bonani.
I hope this leads to something because I'm not looking forward to this match at all.
Yeah.
I hope it's a backdrop for some kind of story. Like, this is literally the only thing on AEW tomorrow that I'm just like, why is this happening?
It's like a backdrop for Jade to come out probably and do something.
I hope Shaq shows up and does something.
Hey, Peter.
That would be a nice surprise.
Hey, Peter. Oh, this was supposed to be on a Revolution, that mixed tag match, but Revolution's on the same night as the NBA All-Star game. So,
but at the same token, as Turner, to me, it makes more sense to have this match on Dynamite.
Yeah.
Because one,
it's your TNT guy.
Yeah, it's your TNT guy. And two, you're gonna hope to pop the average fan to want to tune in and see Shaq compete. And I don't know if the average person who likes Shaq would be willing to pop $50 down on Revolution.
No.
But the average person that likes Shaq might watch Inside the NBA on Tuesday night, right before the night before Dynamite, to hear Shaq talking shit about how he's going to go to AEW tomorrow night on the same channel you're watching right now, and he's going to wrestle. And people, out of morbid curiosity, might be like, you know what? I got to fucking tune in to see Shaquille O'Neal wrestle a match. So, like, they might end up getting 1 million viewers out of this. Like, that, the Shaq factor might loom huge on March 3rd.
Well, yeah, because the Edge factor didn't bring the casuals into NXT.
Ooh. No, it did not.
We'll get into that in a little bit. And speaking of NXT, Cesar Bonani was a former NXT wrestler. You saw him in the Lumberjack match last week at Beach Break. And it just says the heel trio of Kenny Omega with Gallows and Anderson. So I don't know if they're going to be in a squash match or what. But never mind.
They're not scheduled.
Never mind. That's the next segment of the Dynamite. Never mind. I thought that was part of next week, but nope, that's not part of next week. Main event time, Omega.
Yeah, because the main event is it's Kenta and Omega against
Mox
and Archer.
Yeah.
Like anything goes. Like, dude, that match is gonna be insane.
Speaking of insane, that 6-man was fucking good, wasn't it?
Oh, it was awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Omega, Good Brothers, Moxley, Phoenix, and Pac. Tremendous main event with Pac getting hit with the Magic Killer and V-Trigger for the bad guys to get the win. Tremendous match to end the show. After the match, a beatdown by the heels. Lance Archer comes out to make the save and knocks Anderson and Gallows out of the ring. Moxley's alone with Omega when a man in a hoodie, all covered up, comes into the ring. And who is it? Go to sleep. It's fucking Kenta from New Japan Pro Wrestling. It's not the prettiest go to sleep in the world, but Moxley sold it like a fucking champ. And damn, what a good ending. Omega's reaction to seeing Kenta was pretty damn good too. Cannot wait for tomorrow. It's gonna be good. Tremendous, yet another tremendous episode of Dynamite. NXT for the week. Kick things off with the Dusty Classic. Dakota Kai, Raquel Gonzalez took on Casey Catanzaro and Caden Carter. Thought maybe the Cinderella story would continue, but alas, it did not. Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez move on to the finals in what was a pretty damn good match with the four of them. I think the Dusty Cup has helped out Catanzaro and Carter a lot.
Who are they in the finals with?
Whoever wins tomorrow night between Ember and Shotzi and Candice and Indy. So basically Ember and Shotzi.
Ember and Shotzi, yeah.
It ain't going to be heel versus heel in the finals of the Dusty Cup.
No, that wouldn't make any sense.
Yeah, that other semifinal is this week on NXT. They talk about how
is that final? Are the finals of the men's and women's both going to be at the NXT pay-per-view on Sunday?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Yeah, we got a good weekend. We got a good weekend of wrestling, my brother.
We got to recap that too, don't we?
It's gonna be good shit this weekend. Gonna be good shit.
I hate that they moved Takeover to Sundays, so I work Sunday nights. I don't like the name of that paper, Vengeance Day. I don't like that name either.
No, it should have been St. Valentine's Day Massacre. They dropped the ball.
On camera,
WWE loves bringing back all the old WCW pay-per-view names, but heaven forbid they bring back their old WWE pay-per-view name. And I know people will be like, well, Vengeance was an old WWE pay-per-view name, but yeah, it was just called Vengeance. It wasn't called Vengeance Day. So it's dumb. They should have used St. Valentine's Day Massacre. My opinion, I'm sticking to it. You don't like it, kiss my
butt. Vic and Beth congratulating Wade on camera for becoming a U.S. citizen, giving him a framed photo of Hacksaw Jim Duggan, and then a mini apple pie with Vic's thumb in it.
Oh.
Leon Ruff and Austin Theory. Decent little match there. Austin Theory getting the win there because, and then Dexter Lomas scaring the poop out of him later on. They do a little backstory about Tian Sha, who is the master of Xia Li and Boa. And I heard who that might be.
Who is it?
That might be Karen Q.
Oh, see, I called that like 2 months ago.
Yeah, and I think you might be correct.
Oh, that'll be awesome. She deserves it. She's a hell of a competitor.
And apparently
I haven't seen her doing anything lately. I haven't seen her do anything since the last Mae Young Classic, right? Yeah.
Apparently she's 1,000 years old. So
well, good for her. She doesn't look a day over 30.
So I think you're right. I think your prediction was right on that from what I'm hearing.
That's cool. I like that.
Quarterfinal match, Dusty Cup, Legado and Lucha, very good match. I liked it a lot. Legado winning, not really much of a surprise there.
I think my pick for that men's Dusty Classic is coming through.
I'm really interested. It's weird and random, but interested with this feud with Karrion Kross now. It's out of nowhere, but it's interesting and it's weird.
It's not out of nowhere because fucking Escobar opened his fucking mouth in disrespect to Karrion Kross.
Yeah.
So Karrion Kross is like, all right, motherfucker, you want to step to me? I'm gonna beat your ass.
But
type of deal. The
card was like out of nowhere because that he like opened his mouth after the card happened, right?
No, dude, he called out. He named Kross like he dropped Kross's name like 3 weeks ago.
Oh, before the tarot card?
Yeah, no, yeah, the card happened after
he
said Kross's name.
I must have forgot about that then. And congrats to Yoki and Wild, not only for making the semifinals of the Dusty Cup, but also becoming a father. I think I mentioned that last week too. Who's your prediction to winning the Dusty Cup?
I think Thatcher and Ciampa are winning.
Yeah.
Like who do you think they're what's the brackets look like right now?
It's Legado and MSK and Thatcher Ciampa against Grizzled.
Yeah, okay, hold on. MSK and who?
Legado.
It's got to be Legado and Thatcher and Ciampa in the finals.
Yeah. I agree.
Because I don't want to see the Grizzled Young Veterans against MSK. Because that's the other option. And there's no other combination that's going to work. It's that match or it's the other match.
No, I completely see Thatcher and Ciampa taking the tag titles off of Lorcan and Birch.
Yeah, buddy. Because Lorcan and Birch are worthless without Pat McAfee.
Because they're buddies now. They're buddies now, and I like that team. Thatcher and that's been a well booked feud into a team now. That whole thing with Thatcher.
They got the bar treatment.
Yeah, it's been so well booked, and the
bar was a fantastic tag team.
And they're a perfect pair because they're the same kind of guy. You know, they're no nonsense, no bullshit.
I think they play off each other well.
Yeah, they're no nonsense, no bullshit guys. So.
Yeah, I'll be disappointed. If the Grizzled Young Veterans go through and it's them and MSK, I'll be very disappointed.
It'd be a good match, though.
Yeah, but I refuse to believe. Like I said on last week's show, I refuse to believe that MSK is going to get any type of substantial long-term push in NXT.
I disagree with you there.
Okay, well, look. Then make me eat my words. Let MSK win the Dusty Classic, and then let them beat Oni Lorcan and Danny Burch.
Yeah. Well, I thought that was what was going to happen.
Because if that's what was going to happen. I will eat my words.
I thought that was what was going to happen until they paired up Ciampa, or until they had Ciampa and Thatcher replace Adonis and
whoever the other jobber was.
Yeah.
But no, seriously, if they do that, I will eat my word. If MSK wins the Dusty Classic and then goes on to beat Lorcan and Birch for the tag titles, I'll eat my words.
I thought they would until they put Thatcher and Ciampa together.
I'll eat them with some spicy ranch dip.
Because I thought all along with Adonis and who's that other fucking guy? Oh well, I thought all along it was going to be Grizzled, like upsetting Undisputed.
That would have pissed me off.
And so I thought it'd be Grizzled again and MSK upsetting Legado, and so it'd be Grizzled and MSK in the finals. But then the Thatcher and Ciampa thing kind of really put a wrench in everything. So I think, and I honestly think they're going to go all the way now. And I said that as soon as you told me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, as soon as you told me, I said they're winning. You didn't think
that's what I said.
Well, you didn't think when you told me you didn't think they were going to win.
No, I did. That's that's who my pick was when they put them in.
I thought you said when you told me that they were in that you didn't think they would win at all, though. But.
No, I'm pretty sure that's wrong.
Pete Dunne comes out.
Someone can tweet us before the week's over and tell us who was right.
Pete Dunne comes out, and then Finn Balor comes out, and then Edge comes out. Edge cutting a hell of a promo.
Hopefully no one's there is drinking through a straw.
Edge paying his respects to NXT, saying that they put the second W. They focus on that second W.
Just say the fucking word, Edge, you fucking coward.
You
had the best wrestling match ever last year, but you can't say the word wrestling on NXT. What the fuck?
The greatest wrestling match ever that WWE.com ranked for.
Now, never forget, Charlie Caruso said it would be the greatest wrestling match ever, and Charlie Caruso also said she likes DP. I was waiting to jump on that. I didn't expect you to. I knew you were going to say Charlie Caruso. I refused to write that today. By the way,
when you said Charlie,
that news is out there, and I'm like, I'm not writing about this.
When you said Charlie Caruso, I was like, well, I'm going to jump on this right away. And then you beat me to it. Boy, I don't know if she did it on purpose or she just really likes DP. I mean, hey.
Truth is like she's confused. She gets confused sometimes. I don't think she understood what she said when she said it.
I don't know.
What Truth did. So
I need to watch that clip. I haven't watched the clip yet.
You haven't seen the clip?
No, I just saw the headline.
Oh no! You need to see the clip right now.
I need to now that you.
Yes,
you said,
while we're live, hold on. I will go.
Now that you said Truth. Now that you said Truth reacted.
Yeah, because Truth's sitting there with her when she said it. I'm going to link you the tweet. Bear with us, folks. There it is. Charlie Virus fires for Raw Talk comments. And here we go. Like, you could, like, I guess your audio comes through, so I guess everybody can hear this.
Yeah.
So, all right, we're here you go, pal. Oh boy.
Coming from Meng's mullet. Video's loading right now. Why is it loading? Come on.
It's only like 8 seconds.
I know.
Yeah. DP. DP. DP, I like that.
Yeah.
DP.
Yeah. Damian Priest.
Yeah, of course. Oh, I like it. There's a nice ring to it. DP.
Oh, it's easy. She get confused sometimes.
No.
Oh, God. Oh, it's too much. The Attitude Era is back, ladies and gentlemen. Nia Jax's whole Charlie Caruso DP. You wanted the Attitude Era, it's back. Oh, God. Too much. Too much.
My God. On that note. I was going to replay it.
Go for it if you want.
Yeah, Twitter was being stupid. I was going to try to do the old instant replay here, but Twitter being Twitter here.
DP, I like that.
Yeah.
DP.
Yeah. Damian Priest.
Yeah, of course. Oh, I like it. There's a nice ring to it. DP.
Oh, it's easy. She get confused sometimes.
No.
You mean Damian Priest, right? Oh my God. Back on track, Edge saying that he will be watching the Takeover match very closely, but we all know he's challenging Roman Reigns, so.
Yeah, and honestly, I think that's why Edge is being on NXT didn't do a bump.
Because
everybody's like, dude, he's not wrestling. He's not choosing Finn Balor. So why bother? We're gonna watch Beach Break.
Yeah.
And they made the right call because Kenta showed up and opened the forbidden door.
What's Hideo Tommy doing there? He hasn't done anything in 3 years.
Go fuck yourself.
Oh my God. First,
I'm here for Jon Moxley.
You go to Google or you go to Twitter search and you type in Charlie and the first thing comes up is Charlie Caruso DP.
I told you it went viral. I saw this last night before I went to bed. And then when I woke up this morning, it was everywhere.
I'm see.
Like, oh my God.
I was trying to see if anybody.
Big E replied to it.
Did he?
Yeah, Big E replied with like this ridiculous, silly gif.
I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of weird how her other tweets, like,
I don't know if she's tweeted at all today.
But it only has 6 replies. I thought she'd have more followers than 122,000, but
especially since she's on ESPN as well.
Yeah, and there's only like 6 replies. I figured there'd be a lot more replies, unless there's like. Unless nobody knows about this and The world needs to know.
It might be harder. Honestly, it's probably harder to find her Twitter account because she's not listed as Charlie Caruso.
Yeah.
You know, she's listed under her real name, so that might be why.
Yeah. Have to go to the Instagram comments.
I sent you the Big E reply.
Oh yeah, I want to see that one. Hold on.
It's just a GIF.
I want to see this. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Never change, Biggie. Never change. God damn it.
Somebody replied to Big E and said, Big E, I just want to thank you for being the world's most wholesome pervert.
Yeah.
And Big E replied with a GIF that says, that's me.
But Underdog, put that on t-shirt.
Oh boy.
World's most wholesome pervert. Between that and my hole.
That's what I said. The Attitude Era is back.
Biggie would have been on with Biggie would have been on. Oh, yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Wheels would have fell right off of that show. All right, Tony Storm and Jessie Kamea. That lasted like all of a minute before all hell broke loose between the three girls fighting for the title. Santos Escobar took on Kurt Stallion for the NXT Cruiserweight Championship.
In Kurt Stallion's NXT in-ring debut.
Yep.
How the fuck did they expect anybody to give a flying fuck about a guy whose first match on the brand is for the championship? Idiots.
Most of that match was Scarlett staring down Santos. And then Cross gets in Escobar's face saying he's going to give him the gift of time and to think about the inevitable tick-tock. I don't think Cross is going after the Cruiserweight belt. I don't think he's 205.
Your Celtics better win tonight, by the way.
Oh, what's that score?
They're down by 1 in the third. Well, now they're tied.
Edge talking with Bronson Reed backstage. He's getting ready to leave when camera guy asks him about the decision. And then Karrion Kross walks up to Edge. I'm like, ooh, I'd like to see that match.
Well, I'm hearing Karrion Kross is being fast-tracked to the main roster, so you might see that sooner rather than later.
Yep, I've heard this is probably going to – I heard this was to set the stage for something on SmackDown.
Well, I'm hearing that it's also why they didn't immediately put Kross back in the NXT title picture when he came back.
Mm-hmm.
Because the plans are the main roster wants the act. They want it like as soon as humanly possible, from my understanding. So yeah, I'm cool with it. You know, just don't fuck it up. Hopefully they go to SmackDown because
so far so good.
I get worried anytime an NXT act goes to Raw.
Well, so far so good with Priest, but he's a big man too. So
well, Priest lucked out with the Bad Bunny connection.
Yeah.
By them pairing them with him, and they're not going to make somebody look bad that's being paired with the celebrity. But at the same token, this kind of really played out in Damian Priest's favor because he was originally coming in to be Kevin Owens' best friend on SmackDown to even the odds in the feud with Roman Reigns.
Mm-hmm.
But then Kevin and Reigns basically shot it down, saying that the idea of him being Owens' best friend didn't make any sense.
Mm-hmm.
So now he's on Raw, but he's being paired with one of the biggest musical artists on the planet, who has done a tremendous job every time he's been on TV.
Agreed.
To be perfectly honest, he's been fantastic.
Yeah, I don't get the gripe behind that.
So, like, dude, all of his merch is selling out on the shop. He has 4 of the 4 of the top 5 best-selling items on WWE Shop are Bad Bunny merch.
You gotta remember the bitching on Twitter is very minority.
Vocal minority, brother.
And
I got the Impact replay on my TV. I just saw Susan chuck her shoe.
It was great. Tremendous tag match to close it out with Ciampa Thatcher against the Undisputed Era. And then in the end, Grizzled Young Veterans, a little dust up with a little dust up near the Dusty Cup with Regal and breaking it up with some refs to close out what was a good NXT, but the numbers did not show that it was even close. So Sunday, NXT Takeover Vengeance Day. 5 matches are currently on the card.
That's all they'll be, because we always know NXT Takeover, heaven forbid if you have more than 5 matches.
Yeah. NXT Women's Dusty Cup Finals. Dakota Kai, Raquel Gonzalez against Ember Moon and Shotzi Blackheart. Winners get a future women's tag title shot. Who do you got?
They announced that?
Yes.
When?
Let me look.
They announced it for the men, but I've yet to hear them announce it for the women.
They announced it on NXT last week.
Okay, good. Then it's got to be. I mean, unless Naomi and Lana are winning the titles, you would think it would have to be Ember and Sashi, right? Because they're not going to do Raquel and Dakota Kai against Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess in a way they could if they go back and explain that Dakota Kai used to be ultra terrified of Shayna Baszler.
Yeah.
But now she's a badass. But I just don't see them do it. I don't see them bothering to tell that story.
Did you say Nia Jax? Yeah, because shit, that could go either way. With Lana, I don't think they're gonna put it on Lana and Naomi though.
I honestly hope they do.
I hope so, but I don't think they're gonna.
Yeah, Nia Jax is probably gonna hold that title forever now, thanks to this.
Yep. Well, the men's Dusty Cup, we can't really predict because we don't know the winner. We already talked about, though. MSK takes on Legado on one side of the semifinal, while Thatcher and Ciampa take on the Grizzled Young Veterans on the other side. So we got to wait for that all to play out. We already kind of talked to who we thought were going to win. NXT North American Championship. Johnny Gargano against Kushida. I think it's time to put a belt on Kushida, Matt.
I really want Kushida to win. I really, really do. But someone tells me Gargano's going to retain, and I'll be very annoyed when it happens. Because I want Kushida to win, but for some reason, I feel like Gargano retains on Sunday.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Kushida here.
I hope you're right. I do.
Triple threat for the NXT Women's Championship: Io Shirai, Toni Storm, Mercedes Martinez. Matt, who do you got?
In my opinion, Io's had this title forever. It's Toni time.
Yeah, Io has had it forever. Yep, I think it is Toni time as well. And
because
for the
even though they claim that there's no backstage heat on Martinez for backing out of Retribution, I think there's a little bit, and enough that they're not going to put a title on her. So
yeah, I don't see him.
Yeah, I think it's Toni time. And how your team goes from being tied to down by 10 in a matter of a couple minutes annoys the shit out of me.
They're not playing well this lately.
I hate the Jazz. Stupid number 1 in the West by a half a game. They need to lose. Fuck the Jazz. I said it.
Finn Balor, Pete Dunne for the NXT Championship, Matt.
This match is going to be amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Balor's going to retain, but my God.
Give me a match.
I've been waiting for this match for a long fucking time. So
Yep. It's gonna be fucking great. Yeah, I think since Balor's retaining, I think the other two singles titles are changing. So,
have you heard the rumor they want Balor at Mania?
mm-mm.
Yeah, rumors are that since there's not going to be a takeover WrestleMania weekend, that they want to put the NXT Championship on WrestleMania in April with Balor defending it against somebody. I don't know who he's going to face, but that's the rumor that I'm hearing.
Adam Cole, baby.
I'd be okay with that. I don't know if they want to do that, but I would like to see Adam Cole at WrestleMania. That'd be pretty neat.
Yeah, if the era turns on Balor at some point, goes back to heel.
You know what I'd love for them to be able to do, but I don't know if they can get him over here. They do Balor and Walter.
I was just gonna say Walter, yeah. Well, they're doing vignettes about
do title for title at WrestleMania between those two big sons of bitches.
Well, Alexander Wolf showed up 2 weeks ago. They're doing vignettes about Walter's coming, so it's inevitable. They might be doing Walter. They might do Walter Balor.
That would be amazing.
Because you remember they did a vignette last week, for Imperium.
Yeah, but I didn't think it had anything to do with Walter.
Well, it's kind of the reformation.
The thing is, they wanted to do Balor and Walter last year.
Yeah.
And then the fucking pandemic happened, and that kind of shut the damn door on that. But if you give me Balor and Walter for 15 to 20 minutes at WrestleMania. Oh boy, that'd be good. That'd be good shit, pal.
Friday Night SmackDown kicks off with a graphic in the memory of the natural Butch Reed, the legendary Butch Reed passing away, unfortunately. Roman Reigns coming out. It says he's not a fan of recapping the past, so he'll just point to the screen and have us watch. As he was basically forcing Edge to choose him as his opponent at WrestleMania, Edge said, "Not yet. I'm not going to give Uncle Dave the satisfaction just yet." And he was also upset about Kevin Owens doing what he did. And Dominic Mysterio took on King Corbin. He finally got his singles win against Dominic there. Or against King Corbin, I mean. And so after eliminating Corbin from the Rumble, he gets himself the big singles win there in a 10-minute match. Bryan and Cesaro, another good match. The push of Cesaro continues. Well, because
I love how Bryan's idea of being in the creative team is just let me put everybody over.
I know, right?
And that's all he's doing. He's just like, I'm just putting everybody over.
Love it.
Everybody's getting over. He's such a giving dude.
And
like he doesn't care. He doesn't care if he loses. It's just like let me go out there and have great matches with people that should be higher up on the card than you guys have them being right now.
Yeah.
And he's killing it.
Man,
he's single-handedly risen the stock of both Cesaro and Nakamura in the last month and a half.
And during that match, Nakamura was watching on TV. Like, can you imagine a 15-minute triple threat with those guys?
I'm hoping they. I don't think they're going to do it, but I would love for them to form some kind of like stable of like mutual respect between the three of those guys, and they just start running roughshod over fucking SmackDown. And then they have to deal with Roman. Yeah. And I just think, oh my God, that would be so fucking cool.
Yeah. I got ahead of myself on that Roman segment. That was he was talking about the Royal Rumble. So he's forcing Edge to make a decision. I think I got
that didn't work. That didn't work out.
No. I went to the future pretty quickly there.
Great Scott.
1.21 gigawatts. Yeah, so I don't know where the Cesaro push is going to lead to, but he did sign a new contract, so he's not.
I'm honestly very sad about.
Yeah, but at least he's not.
Here's my thing. I'm happy because that means he's not leaving to party.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm sad because I was thinking of all these great matches that he could have in AEW, and now I'm never going to get to see any of them, and that makes me sad.
Yeah, yeah, but he's not leaving to party.
That's the only good thing about it. I hope he gets a substantial long-term push.
Did you notice during the Rumble, Joe talking about he's cooking with oil?
Yes. There's a lot they do a lot of subtle winks and nods to the party, and if people aren't paying attention, you're not gonna fucking get it.
Oh, the best one was when the Era took on Breezango in the first round of the Dusty Cup, and Cole's like got a lot of respect for Breezango. A lot of respect. Oh man. Good shit, pal. If I read correctly, tomorrow's Uno is the
new deck. Yeah.
What is the new deck?
Oh man, I remember them saying it now. I can't remember.
That's the new deck.
Hold on, I'll Google it. Hold on.
Yeah, Cesaro and Bryan did do a little respect thing at the end of that match, so you might be onto something here.
I think it'd be great.
Belair's doing the same thing Edge is doing. She's taking her time on making that decision, as she says in her interview with Kayla Braxton. Seth Rollins is going to make his return back to Friday nights this week. Bayley took on Ruby Riott in a little 5-minute match. Bayley getting the win there. Billie Kay trying to give Bayley her resume, but we did not see how that ended. So maybe Bayley took it. Who knows?
Oh, it's not on. Well, the new deck isn't on Steam yet, so I wonder where they got it.
Well, Woods might have a little end too. You never know. He might have a little beta copy.
You're not wrong, but like, what else is it on? It's on. It's on the PlayStation and stuff, right?
Yeah. And the store updated today, so.
I keep on like freaking Google keeps telling me about Uno Flip, and I'm like, dude, it's been out for a
2
while,
years ago.
Motherfuckers. Like, I know it's based on some kind of video game, but I can't remember for the life of me what it is. Son of a bitch, this is gonna drive me nuts.
It's Immortals Phoenix.
There it is. Yeah.
It's that game I got for Christmas on PS5.
Well, there you go.
I hear it's a lot like Breath of the Wild. It's a really good game.
Oh, see? That's why I kept fucking it up. I thought it had the word Phoenix in the title, but I was spelling it like...
Oh.
I was spelling it, Phoenix. And I didn't realize it was spelled Fenyx. I'm like, why is me typing in Phoenix nothing coming up? And
I just did I did a Google for new Uno deck Ubisoft and went on the news tab, and so that's how I found it.
Oh, the news tab. I didn't even think about that. That was smart.
I went to Un. Oh,
lot of respect, JB. A lot of respect.
A lot of respect. A lot of respect for that. A lot of respect. A lot of respect for the whole.
No respect for the whole.
I don't know why Carmella got involved in this Banks, and
it was just done so they could delay Belair giving out an answer. I mean, I don't understand why they had to make both people delay. Why can't one person just announce it immediately and you can have the other one wait? Like, the fact that they're both waiting, to me, is just dumb.
Belair should have challenged Io.
See, the only reason I don't think they would do that is because
I was joking. She just got called up.
Yeah, exactly. So you don't go back down to to go after the NXT title.
I was joking.
But no, I'm saying that would be a great match though.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, you don't do it because they just brought her. They literally just. She's been up for less than a year now.
Yeah.
But it does kind of suck for Raw that both Rumble winners are challenging for the SmackDown titles.
Yeah, well,
because dude,
they better not fuck it up with Bianca. But
I mean, I would like to see Belair and Asuka, but I'm fucking terrified that they're gonna put that fucking title on Lacey Evans next weekend, so they can do Evans and Charlotte in another shit-tacular match at WrestleMania.
That match was not good.
Dude, I dare you to go back and find one match between Charlotte and Lacey Evans that has been good. Lacey Evans is Charlotte Flair's kryptonite. She could not get a good match out of that woman. They suck together.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm begging someone in creative to actually have the balls to tell Vince, look, they just don't work well together. You can't have this match at WrestleMania. It's going to be a disaster. I'm really hoping that Asuka beats Lacey at Elimination Chamber, because if they put that belt on Lacey, ugh.
Well, there's a lot of things Vince is going to do that make you go like that. Don't come in WrestleMania time, because I think it might be Orton and The Fiend for the title.
I think it's Orton and Fiend in a Firefly Funhouse type gimmick. I don't think there's going to be any title involved at all.
Yeah, I hope you're right.
I think it's Drew and Braun. I think there's a reason they're keeping Braun off TV right now, because they want to make sure that he's going to be quote unquote strong going into WrestleMania, and they're afraid if they put him on TV right now, they'll book him like shit.
50-50.
So yeah, exactly. So
DQs left and right.
WWE's logic is, if we don't have them on TV, we can't hurt them. That's why Bianca Belair didn't wrestle on TV for 6 months after being called up. We know we want to push this girl, but we don't know how. Let's sit her on the bench.
I'll tell you what, though, I've been liking Reginald.
Reginald Fairfield
with Carmella. I kind of been liking him as an addition there.
I don't know how long he's gonna last. I know he's an NXT guy, so I don't see him being paired with Carmella for forever. But for now, it's fine.
Dirty Dogs took on Gable and Otis. Dirty Dogs got a win after 4 minutes. Poor Otis, just like the Iconics, broke up the heavy machinery only for him to tag and lose. Tag with somebody else and lose.
Poor Tucker. At least Otis is on TV.
Yeah. Tucker's just chasing the 24/7 champion.
Tucker's waiting for his release.
We have a stupid Hulk Hogan promo.
This was terrible.
Yeah, it was. Good Intercontinental triple threat with Big E, Apollo, and Sammy.
Very good match.
Yes, very good. Big E retaining there. And then
a lot
of respect. Edge coming out, and Roman basically demanding that Edge makes his decision and chooses Roman right now. I kind of like this Roman, he's the man in control, he's above everybody in control, and what they're doing with Roman's been really good. I like it. Before Edge could say anything, Owen KO came in with a stunner. I like it. I love it. Just wish KO was champion right now. Good SmackDown as always. No surprise. Monday Night Raw came around. Adam Pearce and a random Shane McMahon sighting as they announced the 6 competitors for the Elimination Chamber. The title will be defended in the chamber as McIntyre faces former champions, who half of which have been booked poorly lately. So this is really a blah chamber title match. Drew McIntyre, Randy Orton, Jeff Hardy, AJ Styles, Miz, Sheamus. Literally, most of those guys have been booked like shit lately. So everybody's wondering, why is Shane out there? Well, I've heard a little rumor that eventually Roman's going to get Vince involved to fire Adam Pearce, or try to get him fired. And so Shane is, I think, there to keep a close eye on Pearce.
I think Shane's there to set up a match at WrestleMania with somebody. I just don't know who.
I thought it was.
I feel like Vince is like, we need all hands on deck. We need Triple H. We need Shane. We need everybody because John Jack Cena can't get out of Canada because he's filming some stupid show called Peacemaker. I'll give him my pacemaker if it'll get him in the United States.
I know what Vince is going to give Cena. I know what Vince is going to give Cena.
My whole heart. That's what I'll give him.
Shut up!
I saw a rumor that eventually Heyman is going to get Vince involved to fire Pierce, and that's why Shane's there. So I think that's what
I had not heard that. I literally think he was there to begin the sow the seeds of whatever he's going to be doing at WrestleMania. I think he's going to, because
I think Heyman said on Talking Smack someone's going to get fired in the WWE eventually, and so I think that's where that got started. And then all of a sudden Shane shows up on the next Monday Night Raw. So I think, yeah. Two of those guys in the chamber, AJ and Jeff, clash in a very good match. I liked it. AJ getting the win because he's actually been one of the guys actually being booked well in this title match, as opposed to Jeff Hardy, who was eliminated after like 2 minutes in the Royal Rumble and has lost to Elias, I think. Or he lost to Jackson Riker, I know, in a match. Anyways. Keith Lee and Riddle talking backstage as they have a match later on. New Day come out. Kofi is cleared. So we have a little tag match with T-Bar and Slapdick against Woods and Kofi. Before that, Sheamus yelling at Adam Pearce because he was supposed to get a one-on-one match with Drew. And which Matt said will still happen. Drew will probably win the title at the Chamber, and Sheamus gets his one-on-one at Fastlane, and all is well, except I'll probably say that Orton wins the title, and then, or maybe the Fiend costs Orton, and then that sets that up. I don't know. Who knows? With Vince on the road to WrestleMania, who the fuck knows, really? But the New Day got one over on Retribution. You know, as good as Ali is on his promos, him screaming on the mic on a commentary mic can get annoying sometimes, Matt.
Yeah, a little bit.
And we heard from Lacey Evans and Ric Flair and blah blah blah, and then they had a shitty match. It was a
really bad match, man.
Edge comes out.
I feel like the only person that's been able to get like a really good match is out of Lacey Evans has been Natalya. Like, I feel like her and Natalya, like, Becky had a couple decent ones with Lacey too.
Yeah,
but like for some reason, her and Charlotte just do not go together at all.
Edge comes out
like peanut butter and tuna fish.
Ooh, that sounds good. That would come right out of. And you didn't think you'd get that soundbite till next week.
Do ya?
Oh.
Edge talking about the decisions he has to make with all those brands, and says, well, now that we got the Chamber match, really doesn't make sense for me to make a decision right now. Out comes Miz, and Miz keeps talking about cashing in that Money in the Bank briefcase, but he still hasn't done that yet. Oh, by the way, Edge is the guy that put that on the map, being the first one to ever do so. Edge cutting a killer promo on Miz here too. That was pretty damn fucking cool. It talked about how the Miz talks about being awesome, but Edge didn't need that because he did that 20 years ago. And then we got Damian Priest against Angel Garza, Bad Bunny alongside with Miz and Morrison. Priest getting the win there, as of course he's looking good, being paired with Bad Bunny. They interviewed Drew, Charlie Caruso, the lover of DP, interviewing Drew. This kind of like Drew being so heartbroken kind of drives me a little nuts because look at who Sheamus has been over the course of just the past couple of years. I was like, come on, Drew. You're really that heartbroken that he did it to you? And Bianca getting interviewed. She's also telling us that she's waiting and that she'll be ready for Asuka. Riddle and Keith Lee have a good match. Lee gets the win with the Spirit Bomb. As they shake hands, Lashley comes in and bumps into them both and attacks them both and beats the shit out of them both. Later on, they announced triple threat for the U.S. title with Lashley, Lee, and Riddle at Chamber, which, Jesus Christ, a week from Sunday already, Matt.
Yeah, I really wish they would have I wish they would have just chopped out Fastlane.
Yeah.
They don't need 2 pay-per-views between WrestleMania and the Rumble. They just need 1.
Yeah.
Dummies.
Tables match between Nia and Lana, where we got the infamous which led to Lana putting Nia through a table. Oh. We're never going to forget that line, are we?
Probably not.
Then that led to Naomi taking on Shayna Baszler. Naomi getting the win there after a real quick 3 minutes there. As obviously they're setting up Lana and Naomi against the tag champs. Drew McIntyre, Randy Orton had a pretty good match, as they always do, to main event Raw. Ended in a DQ when Sheamus showed up. He had a brogue kick. He meant it for Drew, but it hit Orton. And then Drew hits the Claymore on Sheamus to get his revenge from last week. No Alexa Bliss after last week, and I heard maybe why some creepy stalker issues possibly popping up. So that might have been part of the reason. I'm not sure. Pretty good Raw though, Matt. A pretty good Raw, I'd say.
It was all right. I wouldn't say it was pretty good. I mean, I guess we're being really lenient with Raw lately.
It's been a shit show.
And it's just been so bad. Even when they do something mediocre, we're like, yeah, pretty good. It was okay. But honestly, for the road to WrestleMania, I expect and feel like the fans deserve better, and I really hope we start getting it soon, because Raw's ratings came out today.
Mm-hmm. We'll get to that.
Reflected that the company's going in the opposite direction of where they wish to go.
Series 5 action figures announced for AEW, including Hangman Adam Page, Scorpio Sky, Frankie Kazarian, John Moxley, Luchasaurus, and Jungle Boy.
I gotta say, man, I'm getting tired. Dude, there are only 5 series in, and there's so many fucking repaints already. Like, I'm so, just if I was collecting these things right now, I'd be really fucking pissed.
Yeah.
Because there's multiple Codys now. There's multiple Young Bucks.
Multiple
There's multiple
Moxleys.
Hangmans. There's multiple Moxleys. You know, it's just like you have a huge fucking roster.
Gigantic.
You know,
they did,
you don't need to be doing these repaints already.
They did announce that if I can find it, they did announce that
they're adding a second series.
Britt Baker.
Like, I think it's called Unmatched. And Britt Baker's going to be in series 1 of that. But God knows when that's coming out. I don't even fucking know. To me, it's just like, come on, guys. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Jay Lethal re-signs with Ring of Honor. Wish he would leave, but hey, at this point, I think he's there for life. Full life. He's been there since 2011. I don't think he's ever leaving, Matt.
Maybe not.
I think probably teaming with Gresham, who's really risen up the past year. I think that's kind of been a good catalyst for him to stay there, even though they're not really on the mainstreams, you know, on the map as they used to be before the club left. So, you know, I guess
by the end of the year, Tony Khan will get the final Infinity Stone. In Ring of Honor, Ring of Honor will appear on AEW Dynamite before the year is over.
The final Infinity Stone is. That's the final Infinity
Stone.
Stone.
As far as I'm concerned, WWE is DC Comics. In the rest of the WWE in the rest of the wrestling world is the Marvel universe.
Tony Khan's buying ads on WWE Raw because their ratings are so low and Vince is yelling.
But I feel like if they get if somebody from Ring of Honor shows up in AEW in the next couple of months, I'm gonna lose my mind. I'll lose my damn mind, because that means literally every single wrestling company, with the exception of WWE, is working together, and that's amazing.
Yeah, I'd like to see and then see crossover with Impact, you know, and everybody crossing over with each other, and
it's best for the industry, man.
Get a fun segment with Jordan Grace and Jonathan Gresham.
I'd love to see Lethal get the shine on the national stage.
Lethal and Swan. Ooh.
I'm really sad that it feels like Jay Lethal's ROH for life, and it's just like, dude, like, you could get so much more elsewhere. And I understood it when he didn't want to go to WWE.
Yeah.
Because, you know, we see their track record.
Yeah.
And stuff. But, like, you can't tell me that Lethal would think that he couldn't get, you know, a great run in AEW. Like, it just...
He'd instantly be in the title picture on Impact.
It's crazy.
Speaking of Impact, last week's episode on February 3rd brought in 173,000 viewers. Good number for them. Slightly down from 186 last week.
Honestly, for a channel that's not in a whole lot of homes, I mean, that's not a bad number.
173 is a good number.
And, you know, if you combine that in with, like, the numbers they're doing on Twitch and, you know, and whatnot, they're probably pulling around 200K a week, which, you know, it's not bad.
Mm-mm. Edge going to NXT did not. It dropped.
Bad, like 100K, like 100K bad.
110K, and AEW gobbled it up.
Like 110K. Yeah,
they did exactly.
They literally went in opposite directions with the same amount of views.
AEW 844 to NXT 610. 0.32 for AEW in the demo to 0.15 for NXT. Remember how we said NXT's demo went way up last week with 0.21? Well, that went way back to where it was usually with 0.15. So SmackDown dropped a little bit, actually about 100,000 to 2.12 million, but still way ahead of Monday Night Raw, which dropped to 1.71 million. It had been hovering in the 1/8 for the past month, but a 1.71 million, a dismal 1.58 million in the third hour. Brutal. Straight up Steve Austin with Brett Favre.
I need to cut a promo on the United States Postal Service right now.
Straight up Steve Austin with Brett Favre. 603,000 viewers, down 100,000 viewers from Tiffany Haddish last week. What's your promo that you got to cut?
All right, JB.
No, that's me.
I'm waiting on my game, my Miles game.
Yeah, that game.
But listen to this tracking. Listen to this shit. February 9th at 1:50 a.m. It arrives at the Southern Maryland Distribution Center. Then, at 1:14 p.m., it arrived at the Washington, D.C. Network Distribution Center. To then depart Washington, D.C. Network Distribution Center at 2:15 this afternoon. And then at 11:33 tonight, it arrived at the Southern Maryland Distribution Center. What the fuck is going on?
It's having a good time. What can I say?
That's fucking infuriating.
When's it supposed to be there?
Well, it could have made it here tomorrow, and they would have been right now. It's saying expected to be here on Thursday.
Yeah,
but dude, I won this auction, and I looked at where it was shipping it from, and this guy, it literally lives like 47 minutes away from me. Like literally, this guy could have driven my damn auction to the house.
Dude,
and it would have gotten here quicker than the fucking delivery guys would have.
Dude, meet halfway.
Ridiculous. I'm pissed. All my damn game, JB. And to see that it was in that place almost 24 hours ago, and it went to DC, and it went back to the place it was, I'm fucking pissed. I'm fucking pissed off.
Pretty cool news for Roku owners like myself.
And me.
And Matt. New Japan Pro Wrestling has announced a partnership with the Roku channel to bring New Japan Pro Wrestling content to the United States, Canada, and the United Kingdom. A weekly New Japan Pro Wrestling program will be premiering on February 11th, which is Thursday, with a block of New Japan library content made available on demand. And of course, that'll be free 99. So that's pretty cool. There was something else on this. What to expect when it happens. 10-hour block featuring key matches from Wrestle Kingdom 14, episodes 1 through 10. Each episode will be a match in itself. So pretty cool shit. Was 14 was last year? Right? 15 was this year,
yeah,
right?
So, yeah.
So that's cool. I like it. I guess if you're worried about Jungle Boy in the Tag Team Battle Royal, he is okay. Suffered a scratch above his eye. Just selling during the match. Not expected to miss any action. Perusing over this press release about Peacock, but I'm not seeing anything new. WWE announcing there'll be some savings in the technology that'll be offset by the investments in the technology that were overdue. So they'll put money back into technology. I guess claiming that whatever they had on the network was kind of outdated. They don't expect any loss of revenue beyond subscribers to the network who moved to Peacock. I mean, shit, you're going to be paying $5 less. You'll probably have ads for your documentaries and shit, but fuck, you're paying less, or you pay the same and you get no ads. Plus, you get extra content. You get to watch The Office and whatever else they got. 2.5 Men. I found that on there. You know, so good shit, pal. I just hope it's seamless.
That's what I'm worried about.
Yeah. WWE has announced the release of Steve Cutler, who last was aligned with Baron Corbin. Cutler released after WWE found out he had went to a New Year's Eve party breaking COVID protocols, and that reportedly infuriated Vince McMahon. So they have released Steve Cutler. Booker T is set for his courtroom battle with Activision, stemming over the Black Ops 4 video game where he claims one of the characters rips off his GI Bro persona. I would be surprised if he wins this, Matt.
Ugh. Like, it's just as stupid as Orton's stupid little tattoo artist doing her stupid shit with the video games. I think it's all dumb.
WWE filed trademarks for Takeover Vengeance and NXT Takeover Vengeance Day. Get well soon, Terry Funk. Apparently, he's been dealing with a hip issue, bringing him a lot of pain, according to Dustin Rhodes. But apparently, Funker is doing okay. Just a lot of pain right now. Apparently, there will be independent wrestling returning to WrestleMania weekend. Streaming service
Idiots.
Independent Wrestling TV announced they will be broadcasting a number of events over WrestleMania weekend under the Showcase of the Independence banner. Promotions announced so far: Action Wrestling, Beyond Wrestling, ICW, No Peace Underground, Southern Underground Pro, Synergy Wrestling. And what do you have to say about that, Matt?
Idiots.
Yeah.
All fucking idiots. Look, it's one thing for WrestleMania to be down there and just have one event that weekend. The fact that WrestleCon and all these fucking indie events are going down there, it's terrifying. It's absolutely terrifying. And
you saw all the stupid parties going on Super Bowl weekend.
Yeah, like, I'm super worried about what this is going to do. I'm not looking forward to this at all.
Ring of Honor has also announced that two-time champion, world champion Rush, and television champion Dragon Lee have re-signed with the company. And their father, Bastia Del Ring, has signed a contract as well. I did not know Dragon Lee and Rush were brothers, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess I hadn't paid attention that closely to Ring of Honor in a long time. So Ring of Honor is at least shoring up their top talent. And last piece of news for today. Congrats go out to Eric, Raymond Rowe, Eric of the Viking Raiders, and Sarah Logan on the birth of their child. Raymond Cash Rowe on this morning, actually, February 9th. That's going to do it for this edition of... I'd like to thank SpiderDuck.net for being our host, enabling us to be on iTunes, Spotify, any of your favorite podcasting apps. All you got to do is search for Lost in the Midcard. Hit that subscribe button. That way you know every time a new episode comes your way, typically every Wednesday. We also have the video version of the podcast. You can find that on YouTube, and the links to that are on our Facebook page, facebook.com/Lost in the Midcard, or on the Twitter at LITMC Podcast. Matt's on the Twitter at Rob Showtime. I am on the Twitter at JB Huskers. And before we ride off into that sunset, look forward to what should be two great shows on the wrestling pay-per-view circuit this weekend. Matt, what are your final thoughts?
I'm hoping we get a great bunch of wrestling this weekend, and I'm hoping the WrestleMania gets better.
Yeah, well, I don't think the road to WrestleMania has been bad, but it could turn bad in a hurry.
It hasn't been good on Mondays. Let me just put it that way.
Yeah.
Fridays, no problem.
Yeah.
Monday, on the other hand.
Yeah. And, with that, I will leave you with the best thing to happen on Monday night. For Matt Black, this is Jeremy Bennett. Thank you for tuning in to Lost in the Midcard. We'll catch you next week as we talk a little No Surrender and a little Vengeance Day.